Hi again, SLIS701 students. I wanted to provide this really quick video on accessing ebooks through the library homepage. So as always, you'll want to start at se.edu/libraries, and you'll see from this under the search options that you have a multi-search and a library collections search. These will both search for things that we have access to as far as books go. Just know they are very different. So multi-search will search books and articles, whereas library collections will really just search what you would consider more of a classic library, local library catalog. And so print books, ebooks, films, music, anything that we might have physical collections of, but also, that is expanded a little bit with the incorporation of ebooks. But I want to use the multi-search for this. And so, as an example, let's try to search and find the ebook holding for one of your assigned textbooks. Our Enduring Values Revisited, the Gorman book. And we can click search, and we see Our Enduring Values Revisited, Librarianship in an Ever-Changing World, Michael Gorman, ebook, available USC All Libraries. And for this case, we actually, if you keep looking, there's even a couple different ebook copies of this. There's even a print copy of this. So lots of different options here. I'll just choose the ebook central copy. You can access this by simply going straight into the link here, Columbia from ebook central. You can click the title and see the full list of options. Either way, it really doesn't matter. And just for the sake of knowing how things might look, if you did decide to use the library collection search and you did a search and you found it, it would simply look like this. Same deal, still looking for the same type of links, just a different display. But we'll go back to what we had through the multi-search, and we'll click Columbia from ebook central. And from here, this really is the book. And you can choose to read online, and really read online is probably the most, probably the easiest way to get access to it. And certainly you can read just right on your screen. And so if you did have a specific reading, so you needed to read chapter 1, for example, click straight into chapter 1, go through it, and start reading. Now you can download portions of this. What I would recommend is downloading it by chapters via PDF. And you can do, okay, I want this current chapter. It asks for a citation style. You don't, unless you're really citing it, it's not that big of a deal. It's just going to embed it into the PDF. Open the PDF, and then this is a copy now of this chapter that you can save, you can print, it's yours. The one thing to keep in mind with downloading content directly from this screen is that you are probably limited to how much PDF content you can download each day. So I think this one was 77 total pages to begin with, and since I downloaded 22, I'm left now with only 55 pages remaining for PDF. And so that's the main way that you can kind of download content. However, there is another way, and you can download the full ebook from most of our platforms that we use. The thing to keep in mind, though, is that you are going to have to first have an account through whatever vendor. So this vendor, for example, is ProQuest. You would want to click sign in, then choose to create a new account. I'm not going to go through all of that. But once you would log in, you would choose to create another account. It's fine. It's pretty easy. And then you would come back, download book. The only other thing with that is it does require a third-party piece of software, and it's usually, that probably will prompt you to do Adobe Digital, what is it called? Adobe Digital Library? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on this. Adobe Digital Collections, I believe is what it's called. And you would download that, and then when you go to download book, it actually downloads it to that piece of software, and then you would have it, in this case, for up to 21 days. Some books have less time, 2 weeks, and basically it goes into that digital collection, and then after the time period, it will literally disappear. So that's kind of the crash course in that. And that will be the same case for whether you're in a ProQuest ebook platform or an EBSCO ebook platform. To download the full book, you're going to have that third-party piece of software. Really quickly, I did want to just point out one last thing. If you do decide to use the multi-search often, I would recommend practicing with it. This one was fairly easy because we had a known title. Known title searches are usually a little bit easier to sort through what results you have. But if I did want to use it as a discovery tool and to maybe find books or articles, or if I'm looking specifically for ebooks in this case, I could look for something like public librarianship, click search. And the thing with this is you really kind of tell it, okay, you want to tell it, okay, I don't want just printed books. Really what I want is ebooks. And to do that, you can just come over to format, and ebooks is usually here. If it's not, you should see something that will say like more format over here, but in this case it's really nice and simple, and you can click just ebooks, and now all I've got are ebooks. And so I can go and see things like straight from the stacks and go from there. It's a USC All Library, so I can do that. The only other caveat here is that we do search within all of the USC library system. So USC Upstate ebook, we may not have access to this one because it's only at USC Upstate. So one thing that you can do is come over and do collection Columbia campus libraries, and that will help as far as giving you only the access to the things that are either USC All Libraries or have a link that only Columbia Internet has access to. So hopefully this will help you with utilizing multi-search. Again, if you run into any questions along the way, please let me know. And that can come either straight from me or through from your professor. Either way works for me. Thank you.